Yo, what's poppin'? Funny story that I gotta tell you guys. Well, this isn't actually a funny story now that I think about it, to be honest. I was looking through social media, right, for ideas of like a Genshin or Honkai Star Rail video to make, right? So I saw a cool idea. It was very interesting, so I figured, you know what, let me just boot up Genshin and start recording this video. So I load up Genshin and I'm immediately hit with this event icon page. So I'm like, what is this? Is this like an event that I didn't know about? Because I know about these events going on. And I was like, yo, what is up with Stellar Reunion? I've never heard of this one before. And apparently, long story short, I basically didn't log into the game for like several weeks. I believe the last time I logged into Genshin was during my last live stream about 2 weeks or so ago, where I played through the Secret Summer Paradise event and like did damage tests with my Kaya. That was the last time I logged into Genshin. I basically did no dailies, did no daily commissions, I didn't spend my resin at all, I did nothing. And now I got this thing, the reunion reward. This is my first time checking this out. Get 100 primos, there's this like login thing where you get rewards for 7 days. For logging in for 7 days, you get a free billet. You get double drops for like both Mora and artifacts and stuff. And it's like a quick guide of like everything that you can do with Genshin and stuff. So this is my first time checking this out, and I was like, yo, why did I not log into Genshin a single time since that live stream? And I kinda just realized, I mean, I felt it like creeping in on me like for a while. I think this video that I watched by Sevi and this event page that I've gotten at this moment in time kind of made it like settle in for me. I think I might be burnt out of Genshin, at least for a time. Now, before that, before I go any further, I just want to preface this by saying, no, this doesn't mean I'm going to stop making Genshin content. You know, despite all the Honkai Star Rail videos I've been pumping out and live streams and stuff I've been pumping out for that game, no, this doesn't mean I'm not making Genshin Impact videos anymore. I think I'm in the same boat as a lot of people, where we're kind of just waiting for Fontaine to release at this point, judging by both the lack of Genshin content being made, like Genshin posts being made by players in general online, and by the sales figures of the last banner and presumably this banner as well. Early prediction here, I don't think this Kokomi and Wanderer's banner is going to sell at all either, but I'll talk about that in a later video. I just wanted to talk and I guess ramble a bit to my, not only I guess my viewers, but I guess also to myself, honestly, about like, why did I get burnt out from Genshin Impact? I think all of it can be summed up with one specific reason. I don't particularly have anything to strive for anymore. I've bought nearly every single battle pass since the game's release, and because of that, sheesh, look at that expired too. My god, do I even have any more? No, I don't. Wow, that is funny, bro. But yeah, I've basically gotten almost every single battle pass since the game's release. So with the exception of the Viridescent Hunt, which I have no plans of maxing out because its passive is trash whether it's at R1 or R5, I basically have every single battle pass weapon maxed out at R5, max level, the whole shebang. And if the battle pass has no intentions of changing what it offers at level 30, like if we don't plan on getting like new battle pass weapons or anything like that anytime soon, I haven't bought a battle pass since I got Viridescent Hunt. 36 starring Spiral Abyss was one of like my earliest goals for Genshin Impact, because I was like new at the game and kind of like lacking in skill, but I've been able to 36 star it, or at the very least clear floor 12 somewhat for like a while now. Especially with the release of Sumeru. Like, I feel like with the characters that I have in my roster right now, I honestly don't feel like I absolutely need to pull for anyone else, because I feel like with the characters that I've built at this point in time in the game's lifespan, I feel like I can clear a vast majority of the game's content with them with relative ease, and even the most difficult content, the last few Spiral Abysses with those absolutely ridiculous beasts like that scorpion and that crocodile. My god, dude, I hate those things. I was even able to clear that content with these characters because I just put in the time, and I basically have the means to clear the rest of the content in this game. At least at this portion of the game that I'm at right now, which is basically like end game. I'm at AR 60. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what else to look forward to besides Fontaine. I feel like that's like my main issue. I wouldn't say I'm like burnt out of Genshin, but it feels like I'm, you know, craving something more from Genshin. I mean, one of the reasons why these thoughts started running through my head when that event page popped up is because not too long ago I watched this video talking about Genshin Impact Burnout from this Genshin Impact content creator Sevi, and she's an amazing content creator, by the way. Highly recommend you check out her YouTube channel and Twitch and all that. She makes fantastic guides and funny content in general. Although, to be fair, if you're into like Horrorverse games at all, you've probably heard of her at least once at this point. But anyways, she had just released this podcast for this new podcast show that she's starting up called Sevi Talks, and her first episode for that podcast was talking about Genshin Burnout. I realized as I was listening to that podcast, like, I sympathized with nearly every single point that she was bringing up about why she and like other players that she was referencing were feeling a bit burnt out from Genshin Impact. And I guess I just didn't realize just how much I sympathized with those concerns, because if that wasn't the case, this event page wouldn't have popped up. But yeah, I feel like I just need something more to strive for in Genshin Impact at this point. Making content for Genshin Impact has been like a journey, right? And I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. I think I'm just in the same boat as other players where we're just kind of waiting for Fontaine to release at this point. And I say that because judging by the sales of the Eula and Klee banner and how this Kokomi and Wanderer banner sales are going so far, I feel like everyone and their mother is just waiting for Fontaine to release at this point, and just have zero interest on spending Primo Gems or money on anything else in version 3.0 at this point. And I feel like I'm in that same boat as well. I'm just kind of, you know, killing time until Fontaine is released. I feel like outside of that, I have like no extra desire to like log into the game on a daily basis. Yeah, I could be exploring. My exploration of Sumeru is like extremely low, like this desert area is still at 18%. Both of these areas are like below 15%. I could also make some more Genshin TCG content, but I'm not exactly sure if like the average player base is interested in Genshin TCG at least as much as I am. Because yeah, I like Genshin TCG, and I like that they added like a sort of like ranked mode for that game mode to like, you know, push yourself in. But I don't think the average like Genshin player has shown a lot of interest in that mode for me to be making like a ton of content for it, you know? I don't know, would you guys be interested in more Genshin like TCG videos and like shorts and stuff like that? Let me know. From what I can see from like the average player base, I don't think the average Genshin player base is like interested in Genshin TCG content, which is a shame because I actually like that mode a lot. I feel like the one thing that I'm hoping from version 4.0 with Fontaine the most is just more content for like the average end game player to do in general. Like, it doesn't have to be like Labyrinth Warriors specifically, but just more repeatable content that I can, you know, look forward to doing every single time I log into the game. And besides that, in terms of like characters to like wish for in the future, I don't particularly have any particular character that I'm like looking forward to as far as like wishing goes at this point. Yeah, the Fontaine characters are cool, aesthetically pleasing, but I'm not like absolutely like foaming at the mouth, like absolutely desperate to pull for them at least at this point, you know. Maybe that'll change once more information about Fontaine is released. At this point in time, I'm not particularly looking forward to those characters. As far as like another end game goal for myself, I had an end game goal to eventually C6 either Shenhe or Raiden Shogun. But let's be honest here, folks. I could basically do that at any time. All I need is like $2,000, $4,000, maybe $7,000 saved up in my bank account, and I could literally just like C6 those characters at literally any time. Granted, it's not going to be any time in the future because I am broke as hell. That end game goal in particular is just not really one that I'm like in absolute like desperate need to do, you know. So basically what I'm looking forward to from Fontaine is just give me something to strive for, you know, because you know the story's fine, the story is like incredible. I just feel like outside of that, the game has been sort of lacking in terms of delivering content that makes me like want to log in again and again and again. I mean, like, I feel like it's perfect for players who want to log in if they're not at the end game like I am, but I feel like once you're in the end game, finding that drive to constantly log into the game sort of like drags, sort of just slowly but surely crawls to a halt. I hope this video like struck some chords with some of you all out there. If you're experiencing burnout with Genshin or just gacha games in general, let me know how you deal with it. Because again, I'm not sure if what I'm dealing with is burnout exactly. It's just, you know, me waiting for Fontaine to release. And you know, maybe once Fontaine releases and I hop right back into Genshin, I will, you know, just fall in love with it like all over again and just be like, yo, this shit is fire and stuff like that. But yeah, comment down below what you guys think about dealing with burnout and stuff like that, and what are your hopes for Fontaine's release. I am Jabari98. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.